All right, there's the click. All right, you guys, it's been a while since I've been up here. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to those of you guys out there. This is the last Sunday before Christmas. Hope you guys, have a good time and enjoy it. My Dallas Cowboys have not disappointed for the last 30 years. They've imploded toward the end of the season, so ain't nothing new there. I don't think the Eagles will repeat as champions, but it's possible. There's a slim chance that they might be able to do it. So, I just got off the Dimitri K show, and I wanted to talk about real quick because I have somewhere else to go, right? But before I get into all that, let me give you guys an update. Working at the hardware store is very, very humbling. It's very humbling. Some people that know me have come into the store, and they're like, "What are you doing here?" Da 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 da. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if I just don't give a damn. I just don't know what it is, but it's very humbling. It's a humbling. Not saying working at a any kind of work is honorable. I'll give you that. But I will say this because I'm talking to the people and they're like, man, what, what? Yeah, you could be over here, you could be over there, you could do this, you can do that. Yeah, I probably could do this and I probably could do that, but I'm not. And, I'm doing this for a reason, which is very, very good. But the way that you're treated in these stores, customer service. This is why I'm not a customer service person. I can do it, but I prefer not to. For those of you guys that do customer service, God bless you. But the way sometimes people talk to you or they gesture at you like you're absolutely nothing, and in the back of my mind, it makes me laugh, and I'm laughing at work all day long. I'm laughing at work all day long because it's just the fact that I can't even put it into words. I can't even put it into words. It's an experience, and it's a very humbling experience. I think I need to be humbled. I think people need to be humbled every now and then because our hubris of ourselves is this, that. Yes, I think I'm one of the smartest people in the room. One of the smartest. I'm not the smartest. I'm one of the smartest. Um, I would say I'm above average. I don't know what was that test I took. I scored like a 131 or something like that. It was in the 30s, low 30s. And I guess that test it's like an IQ test, and I guess it it made me above average in thinking. Right? I could figure things out, whatever. But there are some good times. There I do enjoy it. So, but it's very humbling. It's very humbling, and people feed your ego. They want to feed your ego. Oh, you shouldn't be here. Oh my God, whatever. No, no, I need to be here. I need to be here. Um, and I'm not a religious person, you guys, but I sometimes think of the Bible when I read the Bible and Jesus washing the feet of his followers. And when I look at that and I think about that here's the Son of God who has all of the power, and he humbled himself to serve his followers. Very sad that pastors don't do that in the black community today, but yeah, it makes me reflect. But anyway, I want to give you guys an update. I just wrote a check this morning for $1,000. So I'm at $4,200 of my goal of $7,000. Now I could write the other bit of it, but I'm still there, and that's another reason why I laugh because I do like being there. I do like the people there that I work with. Um, it's it's a very interesting thing. I'm thinking about writing a sitcom on people that work at a hardware store because it is so weird working there. The people you meet, the scenarios you're put into, and the things you got to do. The people's attitudes, and it's almost like a Seinfeld Home Improvement mixture. You know what I mean? And don't know how long I'm going to be there, but I like where I'm at, and like I said, I don't have a problem with anybody there. And I guess that's because when you're financially secured, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But what I'm going to do now is just got done with the Demetra K show, and I'm heading over to help a fellow veteran. Now, this veteran I work with at the job. This man is 78 years old, Air Force veteran, good guy, highly intelligent, but never used he used some of his benefits, but he didn't get a rating. And I told him to go on e-file and file. That's the fastest way to do it. But being an older gentleman, he doesn't want to do all that stuff, and so what I'm trying to tell you guys, if you're younger, and I'm not a young man myself, but I'm younger than he is, sometimes just telling these older veterans about their benefits isn't going to get them to file for their, they rather just not be bothered and say, forget it. Okay, that generation, they just don't want to be bothered. They want to be babied, right? No matter how you put it. And I told Jim I am going to bring him the paperwork, which I did. I brought him the paperwork, and we're going to have to do it the long way because that's what he's used to, right? And we're going to get him his benefits because for him, it would be a game changer, in his life. Not that he's destitute or whatever, but just think that would put him in a scenario to where he has better options. And so what I'm trying to tell you guys is sometimes just telling a veteran, do this, and do that, especially the older veterans, you're going to have to drag them across the finish line. The only thing that I can do, the most important thing that I can do is get his things processed and petitioned. And then from there, let the system run its course. And like I told him, you're dealing with the system that is designed to say no. It's designed to frustrate you so you can walk away. I want to ask yourself this. If you're the government and this guy is jacked up, right? He's jacked up. And you offer him, let's say 20%. And he accepts it. And you never hear from him again. Even though he should be getting 70%. Who wins? The government does. Black people are the least group of people to use their benefits because we're discouraged, we're frustrated, whatever it is. Now, it's not a racial thing. I'm just speaking as a black man myself. Adjective. You could be African and black. You could be Somali and black. Something incidental about you. For some reason, people in this demographic group, this adjective group, doesn't use their benefits. For some reason. As things get worse and prices go up, our veterans out there, the national disgrace is when I see those veterans out there, for whatever reasons. I'm not here to judge any of them. Because I can't make a veteran go to the homeless veterans shelter, or the homeless, the housing. Some veterans are special forces. They just want to be outside. Some of them are whatever. They just want to stay outside. But my issue is the fact that if they're going to be outside, give them resources to where they can wash and clean themselves. There's no reason why a veteran should not have access to cleanliness of their bodies, mental health, all of these things. It's the greatest national disgrace to me that I've ever seen. We can solve homelessness for illegals. We can solve medical for illegals. Give them everything they want. But the person who signed up to protect this country and protect the Constitution, everything comes down to a dollar number? Or we just hope they go away? Disgraceful. Totally disgraceful. Now, some people will agree with me and some people won't agree with me, and I don't give a damn. But I'm a firm believer there should be a level of citizenship. Have you ever read the book Starship Troopers? But that ain't the name of the book. I think that ain't the name of the book. I can't remember what the real name of the book was. But if you've seen the movie Starship Troopers, to gain full citizenship, you had to be in the military. So you had to serve in the military. And you could vote, you're a full citizen. We should have that in this country. But unfortunately, we don't have that. It's just a national disgrace. So we're doing, we're doing what we can, and it's making a difference. Like I said, I've seen gift cards go out. I've seen vouchers go out for hotels. I've seen these guys buying camping stuff that they need, gym memberships. The thing is, though, I mean, I'll be honest, there'll be some days where I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go in. I don't want to do this no more. I'm honest about that. Because when you've been retired and to go back, because what I figured about working is it's very restrictive. I can't do anything. I can't travel. I can't, I have to be at this place, and I'm committed to doing that. And I don't know how long I'm going to be there. I like what I do, but I like my freedom a lot more, So hopefully things will work out. But the question and the topic of this video is, do we only do this time of year to make ourselves feel good? Or should we be looking out for our fellow man all year long? And I'm not talking socialism. I'm not talking free this, free that. I'm talking about taking care of what needs to be taken care of. My animal shelter in my city is still slaughtering and killing animals just for the mere fact that they're alive. That's fact. But we have money to give people who shouldn't be here, when we could take some of that money and divert it to the animal shelter to build bigger kennels and to hire more veterans or veterinarians to treat the animals. I just don't understand it. But Donovan is still alive. I'm still on the net. I'm still doing what I got to do. I haven't walked away. When I get done with work, I'm exhausted. And not physically, mentally exhausted. If you guys have ever been a mechanic and you've worked in aircraft mechanic and you've worked in like tool crib, where you got to know all the bolts, all the nuts, all the tools that people need. It's so funny in this warehouse. That's why I think I need to write a sitcom on it. Here's the number one thing people say when they come into the warehouse. Yes, I need some help. Okay, sir, how can I help you? I've got this thing here, and I need it about this long and this wide, and it's the doohickey that goes into this and to that. And you understand what I'm saying? And I laugh all the time because it's almost like they expect us to look at their forehead that has a glass bubble to it, and we can see inside their head, what they're saying. And then sometimes they'll come in and they don't use the proper verbiage. So then you got to kind of figure it out. Hey, Anita, what is going on? What is going on? Are you ready for the holidays? You got 4 more days to do whatever shopping you need to do. I know the girls want an iPhone. And what else the young girls want? They want an iPhone and clothes, right? So we missed you on the show too. So go back and watch the refeed. And it's just the funniest thing that people will come in there and they need this, they need that, this bolt, and you're kind of trying to tell them. And sometimes they'll ask for advice, and it's like, well, I don't want to tell you. Nope, you're not ready. Oh man, look, here's some advice. I said this on the show. Go get scratch off lottery tickets. For each person, give some lottery tickets. I went to a Christmas party and I got a lottery ticket for this person. I got like $25 worth of lottery tickets for him because I don't want to spend those $70, $80, like different from different people. And the person won like $3,000 on the scratcher. And they showed me like the next day. I was like, what? Wow. Damn. I should have kept that one. But anyway, I could have used $3,000. But I'm happy for him, right? So that's what I've been doing, just doing scratch offs. And the good thing about scratch offs, even Christmas Day, you can go to a gas station and get them. So, in case you forgot somebody or something like that. But it's a very interesting thing. And they expect you to solve their problem. And then there are some people where you tell them what they need to do and they still won't listen to you. Especially the women. Especially the black women. You can buy the girls scratch offs. It's just that you need to collect it. That's all. Whatever the situation is, you let them scratch it off and have fun, and then if they win, you go and do your thing. But anyway, yeah, it's crazy. To me, the worst customers are these young black chicks because you can't tell them nothing. Why come in here if you don't want to solve the problem? I never had to do that before. It worked before. Well, ma'am, codes have changed, and now you got to do like the biggest thing. Remember those ballast lights that was really popular in the 80s and stuff in the 90s? Well, those are now outlawed here in California. You can't have those anymore. So if you're in a house that still has ballast lights, you're going to have to change the whole component to get the new LED ones. And then you tell them that. What do you mean? It's the craziest thing. And then another thing is language barrier. So, sometimes, a person will come in and they speak Espanol. And my Espanol is un poco, or, piquito, depending on what dialect of Espanol it is. And so they'll try to transmit what you're trying to communicate with what you're saying, and I can pick up some of the stuff because my Spanish is un poco. And I just said to hell with it. So now what I do is I use Google Translator Live. I guess it just updated on the phone. And what that is, if you have an earpiece in your ear, it listens to what's been said, depending on what language it is, and it translates it for you so you can hear it. So now when I'm sitting in there, I could communicate what is going on with them, what they really need and stuff like that. And what I found is Mexicans fix everything. Because there'll be times, Anita, I'm not lying, there will be times I will be in there and I said, sir, it would be easier if you just buy an all new component. No, I don't want to buy a new component. They will drive all the way just to get one bolt. And I would look at him and I would say, sir, you spent more money driving here than the actual bolt costs. But I need the bolt. I get that. You need the bolt, but okay. And I'm one of the people, I'm not going to sit there and argue with you and talk to you all day. I would like to do that, but we've got so many people that come into the store that I can't sit there for 10 minutes and explain this and explain that. So sometimes if you come to me and you say, hey, Donovan, or hey, I need this, here you go. I'm moving on to the next person. Are you fine? Is this what you need? Okay, great. Well, have a nice day. Merry Christmas. Let me go to the next person. I mean, sometimes, sometimes there'll be dead space, but it isn't like limited dead space, just that it wouldn't be as rushed. This hardware store is a gold mine. Every time I see a bolt now, I see 39 cents. I can see 18 cents. Every bolt, every washer has a value to it. Yes, no, it's on your Nita. It's on your Google thing. So all you need is the earpiece and whatever language they're speaking. So if they're Vietnamese, switch the language to Vietnamese, and just sit there and you can hear what they're saying. It will translate it for you. Google Live, check it out. And I'm gonna use that when I go to the DR and all whatever I'm needing, because my Spanish is just it's atrocious. Because the biggest thing is I want to understand what they're saying and then translate it back to them, as best I can. But yeah, it's they need to write a sitcom on working at a hardware store. Like I said, I enjoy it. I just miss my freedom. So I don't know how much until I reach my goal. I know I'm going to be there until I reach my goal, but how much longer after that, I don't know. I really don't know. Plus, I got my medical things to do and things like that. So, but anyway, just wanted to give you guys an update and let you guys know I haven't gone anywhere. The Dallas Cowboys suck as usual, and I'm on my way to help a fellow veteran, older veteran, do this paperwork and do what he needs to do, and get his paperwork going. At least get everything. Sign here, do this, do that, do this, file it. So, and these are things we should be doing for each other all year long, not just a certain time of the year, but all year long. I mean, if you agree with me, you agree with me. If you don't, you don't. So that's my take on it. So you guys, I'm still around. Check out the Dimitra K Show. We just did a live feed on Dimitra's YouTube channel. Don't forget to check me out when I get a chance to do these videos. Also, don't forget to download the African Diaspora News Channel app. You can get it on Google Play, Apple Store. All this morning, I got up early, and my banana tree is bananing. The bananas are starting to come in. Grapefruits are done. The what do you call those? The mandarin oranges have come in. I mean, all kinds of citrus is back there right now. What else? Update-wise, I'm still going to city council meetings. I might not be there physically, but I'm watching and paying attention. My friend Daryl Terrell's getting ready to do what he's going to do. I do think Kamala Harris is going to run for president, and she is totally delusional because she has to face a primary, and she will not make it out of that primary. She just won't. She just won't make it out of the primary. The more people see her, the more people think of these migrants and how we are in this situation. We have to spend billions of dollars to get these people out of here versus billions of dollars going to help the American people. So that's another thing. But just be safe out there, you guys, if I don't see you before Christmas time. And just be good to each other. But we should be... I think she is. She hasn't really announced it, but she's done everything she's supposed to do as a candidate. Why would you go to South Carolina on a book tour? She went to all these places you would go as a candidate. So I think she's going to be running for president, and she's just full of herself. She got blown out. It just doesn't make sense. But I guess you ladies love gassing each other up and thinking she's it. She still hasn't explained why she would claim to be a black woman and call this black woman as if it was her actual grandmother, and she has no black in her. She's black adjacent, but it's embarrassing. Like I said, I don't see why she would run. If she runs she has to face a primary now. If you like Kamala Harris, it doesn't matter. She has to go through a primary. And I can almost guarantee you, just like Jasmine Crockett, this woman is going to embarrass herself running for the Senate. They think they're more of what What has Jasmine Crockett accomplished in her time in Congress? Nothing. What has she done for black people in Congress? Her constituents? Nothing. But she's enriched herself. The more Kamala Harris runs, the more people are just done with it. What is she going to do different? She isn't even saying that. What are you doing different? Why should people vote for you this third time? Remember, she's ran 3 times. If she runs this time, this will be her 3rd time. She can't get the hint. Nobody wants her for president. They just don't. She doesn't have the experience. She doesn't have the knowledge. Remember, AutoPen. She said she wouldn't do anything different. It's just sad. She's just a bad candidate. And if she does run, she won't make it out of the primaries. I said it. She won't make it out of the primaries. How do I know? She's from California. Look at the city she comes from. Oakland, San Francisco. Those 2 cities here in California are bombed out from Democratic policies. You want this woman to be the president of the United States after 3 tries? Joe Biden tried 3 times too. But this woman, I don't know. All right, you guys, I'm going to go and get ready to go meet this fellow veteran, get him situated, and be done with it. You guys be safe out there. Merry Christmas to everybody. Be safe. Enjoy your families. Yeah, she's the same one that was locking up the parents. Exactly. And she said, I'm not going to do that specific for black people. No! Remember that. So, all right, you guys. I'm probably going to be back on here tomorrow. Because I was in my attic all morning getting, wires done. And I put an antenna up for free HD channels. Because I don't watch TV like that. So I'm done with the cable thing. All I need is YouTube and just regular antenna. And I don't even watch the antenna channels like that anymore. You can get all those free digital cable things for free. There are so many TV shows, old TV shows, new TV shows. Why would anybody pay for cable? I just don't understand that. There's no way you can watch that much TV. There's just no way. So anyway, all right, you guys, I'm gonna go take Benny and go meet this guy. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye, mañana.